Guys, today we're going to go over the top 10 degrees at WGU. Now, of course, this is just my opinion, very subjective list. So how am I doing this list? I am going based off what is the highest income potential and what has the most jobs as well. So this has nothing to do with what's the funnest major, what's the funnest degree, what's the most exciting degree. It has nothing to do with that. If that was the case, I'd probably put the newer psychology degree near the top, along with, some other degrees. Marketing's a fun degree. Those are fun degrees. But this degree is purely based off, can you get a job and is it a high paying degree? Okay, we all go to school to make money. We all go to school to have a good career. That's the point of going to school. So we'll go over the top 10 degrees at WGU, which is my opinion. And we'll start this off with a honorable mention. I have 3 honorable mentions here. So we'll start out with cloud computing. So cloud computing is in my honorable mentions. And the reason I didn't crack my top 10 is I feel like cloud computing is a little too niche of a degree. I'm sure it'll be a very good degree that can get you a cloud job, but I would advise anybody to try to go for the computer science degree first, or even the software engineering degree. I feel like those 2 degrees, especially computer science, can probably get any cloud job if they put on some cloud certificates with those degrees. Plus those degrees, they can get any job in tech with those degrees. They don't just, pigeon themselves into cloud. Although cloud is really fascinating and very exciting. But I would recommend anyone to, actually do the computer science degree. And if you can't complete that degree, if you can't hack it or you just find it miserable, then switch to the cloud computing degree, the degree you wanted to do all along. So cloud computing is one of my honorable mentions, and I have 2 more. The other one is a master's degree. It's the nursing education. Nursing educators make a lot of money. Usually they teach at like a junior college, like nursing program, and they make well into the 6 figures. It's one of the best junior college paying jobs. So yeah, very lucrative. You already have to be an RN though. So you have to be an RN with a BSN. And then, you have to work in the field for a few years, possibly even longer, maybe 10 years. Because a lot of the teachers at junior colleges that teach nursing, they were a nurse themselves for like a good 10 years at least. So, this is not really something you can just jump into. Like, you got to work as an RN first, and then you can do this degree, which is a great degree at WGU. And if you want to become a nursing educator, still make great money, that's a fantastic degree. So those are 2 honorable mentions for me. And I have one more honorable mention here. That honorable mention is the finance degree at WGU. So this is a newer degree. It's about a year old, maybe slightly less than a year old. It's actually a really good curriculum if you actually look at it. If you want to break into finance, like this is a fantastic degree. I made a college major tier list video, and I had finance in A tier. It could have been in B tier, but I did put it in A tier. It's a very good degree. You can land with any kind of banking job, fintech, finance. You can make a lot of money with a finance degree. So, that one almost made my top 10. If I was going to go back to school and pick one of the degrees that's a business degree, I would probably pick that one since I already have a tech degree. Now, if I was going to start fresh and I had no degrees, right, and I had to pick a business degree, it'd probably be the IT management one, which I will talk about coming up on this list. So, but those are the 3 honorable mentions. You got the nursing master's education, you got the cloud computing, and you got the finance degree from the business school. So those 3 degrees are really good, and we're going to get into the top 10 right now. Number 10, guys, is any of the MBA degrees. So WGU is pretty famous for a quick MBA degree. You'll see a lot of people post, hey, I got my MBA in 6 months or less. Even WGU advertises you can get it in 12 months or less. So an MBA degree, it's not the most, it's not like a UCLA, University of California, Harvard, Pepperdine, like nothing like that, right? It doesn't come with that huge networking boost that you get, but it's still an MBA, and an MBA is still valuable. And there's many things you can do with this degree. You can break into product management, especially if you have a tech degree as a bachelor's. Some people break into FANG product management with like a computer science, software engineering bachelor's and maybe 6 months experience or something. And then they get like an MBA. So, you don't really need an MBA for product management, but it does help you get there. So any of the MBAs are good. I would probably specialize in whatever field you're trying to do. Like if you're working in tech, do the IT management one. If you're working in healthcare, do the healthcare management one. If you're not specializing in anything, just do the general MBA. And if you decide to not work in healthcare or tech and you have the specialized one, you can also just leave it off your resume. Like just put MBA. You don't have to put the specialization on your resume if you don't want to. So, I would recommend to specialize in it. The IT management one, healthcare one, MBA, good degree. It's probably the only school you can actually get an MBA in 6 months, basically. So WGU, very valuable. MBA, good degree. It's number 10 on this list. So let's get to number 9 here. Guys, number 9 on this list is the Business Administration IT Management degree. This is the bachelor degree. Now, is the information technology degree from the IT school a better overall degree? Yes. However, the IT management degree you can complete a lot quicker. And like I said, a lot quicker, save money, and you can add the certs on top of it after the degree. So I think it's a much better choice than the information technology degree in the information technology degree school. You can get all the same jobs as that degree as long as you add some certifications to this one. So I would always recommend anyone who wants to do an IT degree, like they're trying to do the information technology degree at the IT school, I would suggest them do this business one instead. Like I said, you can add all the certs on this degree after, and it's still an information technology degree with a business spin on it. So I like this degree a lot. I highly recommend, if you are trying to get like an IT job, database administrator, you want to be a support person, just a system administrator, even a network administrator, network engineer, even like all those types of jobs. This is a fantastic degree for that. So business administration, IT management, number 9 on this list. All right, guys, number 8 on this list is accounting, which I think is probably the best business degree. It's close between accounting, IT management, and finance, but I think accounting gets the slight edge as the best business degree. It gives you really good skills. If you ever want to start a business, you need to know accounting. It's also, you can be an accountant. You can get your CPA and be a certified public accountant, and they make really good money, especially if they start their own firm. So I was in the WGU accounting program for a little while before I switched to computer science and eventually got a computer science degree. Accounting is a very important skill to have. I think everybody should learn accounting in their life, and an accounting degree, goes a long way. So, accounting, it's a good major, it's a good degree. You can get this bachelor's, you can get the accounting master's on top of it, and get a couple years experience and go get your certified public accountant license. So, good degree, number 8 on this list. Okay, number 7, guys, is cybersecurity. So I actually had a tough time either putting this one number 7 or accounting number 7, but I went with cybersecurity. So cybersecurity is a ever-growing field. I have mentioned in the past in my college ranking tier list, I had this degree only at a C tier, very close to B tier. But the reason I had it in C tier is because the cybersecurity world does not really value education that much. Okay, a bachelor's of anything will work. Even high school diploma sometimes. They want certifications. Certifications. They want the CISSP, go get your CompTIAs. A CompTIA will not be enough to land a job, but it is something. With cybersecurity, you want to put as many certifications on your resume as you can. And that's what they look at in the cybersecurity world. They especially look for those more advanced certifications, like I said, CISSP and those ones. So I highly recommend to, go get those certifications if you plan on working in cybersecurity. They mean a lot and they hold a lot of weight. Now, a cybersecurity degree is still valuable though. It's still number 7 on my list. It's still a really good degree in an ever-growing field. Like I said, it's hard to break into with no experience. You can say that about any career, but especially cybersecurity. There's memes on it. Like, you can't break into the field without experience. But this degree, plus certifications, plus networking, and you will break in somewhere. You just have to be persistent and you can do it. And cybersecurity is fun. Like it's a fun thing to learn. Very fascinating, right? Like if I made a top 10 fun degrees, cybersecurity would probably be in my top 4 or 5. Really fun, good degree. So cybersecurity, number 7 on this list, growing field, fun skills to learn. Cybersecurity, can't go wrong with it. So number 7. Number 6, guys, is data analytics. So this is the bachelor degree. This is just like cloud computing, where I would say you probably should get a computer science degree or a software engineering degree. But I have seen a lot of people with just this bachelor's, they'll become a data analyst. They will break into the field. It is a good degree, I think this degree has a little easier time getting an entry-level job compared to, cybersecurity and cloud computing and some of the more niche tech degrees. I like this degree a lot. I think data is growing. It's going to keep growing. So the bad thing about data, though, is a lot of times you do need a master's degree. I mean, there are data analyst jobs at the bachelor level, okay? But it is starting to get a little harder. The field is starting to become a little more saturated. And if you want to be a data engineer, which I think is the natural career path, right? Because a data analyst, your income is going to be kind of capped. It's kind of rare, I think, for a data analyst to make 6 figures, although you will make, 70, 80, 90 grand. You want to eventually become a data engineer or a data architect, and they make well over 100,000, sometimes over 300,000. So you want to aim for that, and for those jobs, you need a master's degree. So data engineer, data scientist, data architect. So those are the jobs that you want to eventually become. Although your first year or 2 or a few years, you're probably going to be a data analyst, I would assume. If you lucked out and became a data engineer right away, that'd be great. But I wouldn't really count on that. So data analytics, the bachelor, great degree. I would recommend getting a computer science bachelor's or software engineering bachelor's, and then put the data analytics master's on top of it. Because I've seen like the bachelor's and master's kind of teach a lot of the same stuff. So, if you get both a data bachelor's and master's, you're kind of just pigeonholing yourself into data basically. So, I'd recommend go get that computer science degree, get that data analytics master's degree. But this is still a terrific bachelor degree and will help your career immensely. Number 5 on this list is the data analytics master's degree. So this is a fantastic degree. It's a very technical degree. Probably the only place that you can get a tech master's degree in 6 months. This degree is actually a little hard in 6 months, but let's say at least 12 months, right? You can get a tech master's degree in a year or less, which is very hard. That's very rare. This is a very technical degree. It'll teach you data. It'll teach you how to be a data analyst. It'll give you the basics and intro to like data engineering. I might do this degree myself. Like I said, I'm in the computer science degree for Georgia Tech, but that's a little overwhelming. And my time management has not been great with YouTube and things like that. So I might switch over to this degree at some point. And if I do, I will let you guys know. But this is a very good degree. Data analytics masters. I see a lot of people become data analysts after this. With a couple years experience and this degree, you can definitely become a data engineer. So very valuable degree. I've been hoping WGU gets a computer science or software engineering master's. I've been hoping and looking to see if they get that. But I think the next best thing would be this degree, the data analytics master's. If WGU released a computer science master's, I'd be all over it. Hopefully that day comes, but If not, the Data Analytics Masters is a fantastic degree that will land you a six-figure job in data. Of course, you're going to have to network. Of course, you're going to have to put projects on your resume and preferably already have some type of experience or internship. But this degree will help you land a six-figure job. So fantastic degree. I love this degree. So Data Analytics Masters, number 5 on this list. 4 on this list, guys, is nurse practitioner degrees. So WGU added this in the past couple of years, maybe the past year, but nurse practitioner is one of the best jobs in the country. Basically, you need a RN degree first, BSN. So get your RN license, get your Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and you can do this master's degree. So F&P degrees are master's degrees. F&P stands for Family Nurse Practitioner. So not all states WGU has this in. You'll have to look which states they offer this in. But if they do offer this, I would highly take advantage of WGU's nursing program and their F&P program. Like, F&P is a six-figure lock right away, and grads are highly in demand. This isn't like tech or business, okay? You're almost guaranteed a new grad job at six figures, and you won't even have to look very hard, So the thing is, with the NP, you're probably looking at 7 years of school. Actually, WGU might cut that short. So at a standard school, right, you're looking at 7 years. Whereas WGU, if you do both the nursing bachelor's and the F&P master's, you might be able to do this in 4 years, I'm thinking. I think it's possible, because you can get your general ed all out of the way and kind of hyper accelerate the bachelor's. But at normal schools, this takes 6 to 7 to 8 years. So, you can actually get this done probably in 4 years at WGU and have a six-figure lock job. Always going to be in demand. RNs are in demand everywhere. Nurse practitioners are in demand everywhere. This is a great job. This is one of the best value jobs in America, especially in California too. They make a lot, but nurse practitioners make a lot everywhere. You can live anywhere and make a lot of money. Whereas an RN, just a RN with a bachelor's degree, I would highly recommend living in California because they make a lot of money. And we're actually going to get into that degree next. 3 on this list, guys, is nursing degrees. Okay, 2 in particular. RN to BSN. So you already have your RN license. You have an associate's in nursing. So that's one degree. And then the other one is a pre-license program where you're fresh starting nursing, and you're doing it through WGU. So 2 different degrees. And you can actually, WGU is probably the only school in any nursing program in the country that you can actually transfer in your prereqs through ACE credits. So you can actually kind of hyper accelerate this degree up until the nursing portion, which is amazing. You can shave off a year and a half of your degree, which is just unheard of when it comes to nursing, unheard of when it comes to healthcare in general. So pretty amazing. So these RNs can make well over $100,000 starting in California, and they can make probably over $75,000, $80,000 starting almost anywhere. And the thing is, they're always in demand. Nurses have been in demand forever, so you'll have no problem getting a job right away. Tech business is different, right? Both markets are saturated. You're going to have to work a little harder to break into the industry and maybe even do an internship, right? Tech, it's going to be much harder to get a job. You have to mass apply, you have to network, you have to go on LinkedIn, you have to strategize. With the business degrees and the tech degrees, if you don't have experience, you have to strategize to get a job, your first job. When it comes to healthcare, not really. You can get a job right off the bat. It's kind of how tech was 7 years ago. You can just get a computer science degree, get a job right off the bat. But tech's not like that anymore. You have to kind of strategize, and then once you have experience, you're golden after that. But yeah, so nursing degrees are amazing. A travel nurse in California, a travel registered nurse can make over $400,000 a year. And that's just with a bachelor degree, with a couple years experience. But don't get me wrong, guys, bedside nursing is probably one of the hardest jobs in this country. extremely difficult. You know, you might come home wanting to pull your hair out, wanting to cry, you know, things like that. So, you know, you might want to talk to a nurse before you actually sign up for this. Also, I think a family nurse practitioner, it's still extremely stressful, but it's a little less stressful than bedside nursing. So, you know, maybe you can get a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, be an RN for a couple of years, and then do your family nurse practitioner through WGU, and then work as a nurse practitioner, which in my opinion is slightly less stressful. So, and it pays about the same, maybe even slightly more, but in California, it's almost the same as an RN. But anyways, we'll get on to number 2 on this list. You knew it was coming, guys. You knew what my top 2 were going to be. So number 2 was it's software engineering. You know, this degree is amazing. It used to be called software development at WGU. And being called software engineering versus called software development is a huge difference. Like, I wouldn't even put software development in my top 10. No offense to anybody that has the old software development degree. But software engineering, when software companies are hiring the HR department, they look for a computer science degree or they look for a software engineering degree or any tech degree with a bunch of projects and experience, but that's not really the norm. So computer science degree, software engineering degree. Plus the software engineering degree now has amazing classes compared to the software development degree before, you know, which didn't quite have the most amazing curriculum. Since this degree launched a year ago, I am a huge fan of it. Like, I love this degree to the point if I had to go back to WGU and do a bachelor's just for fun, right? Because I already have a computer science degree. So if I was going to do another degree at WGU just for fun, it would either be this degree or the upcoming psychology degree. Obviously, the psychology job prospects at the bachelor level are terrible, but I'm talking about just fun, right? I think the curriculum for this one is really fun. I will have another software engineering video coming out, by the way. But yeah, so software engineering is a very valuable degree. You know, you'll be able to land in California, you'll be able to land a 6-figure job. Once again, guys, you know, you either need to do an internship or you need to have projects and network your butt off. But you will land your first job. Like I said, practice leak code, try to land an internship, but you will be on the path to 6 figures, you know. So software engineering is an amazing degree. Tech's not going anywhere, guys. Don't let the layoffs scare you, okay? Economies go in cycles, all right? Like, they go in cycles, you know, 5 years, 10 years, but tech is not going anywhere. Tech is here to stay, and the salaries are here to stay. So 6-figure job, great degree. Number 1, computer science. So computer science is the gold standard in the tech industry. You know, it's what every tech company looks for, especially if they are hiring a software engineer or, you know, any kind of engineer, you know, even a data engineer, right? They would rather have somebody that has a computer science bachelor's than probably like the data analytics bachelor's at WGU, right? They'd rather have the computer science bachelor degree. Of course, they'd rather have a data scientist master's on top of that computer science degree. But computer science is the absolute gold standard in the tech industry. You know, if you want to build software, along with many other things, you can even work in hardware too with a computer science degree. I mean, an electrical engineering degree is preferred if you want to work in hardware, but computer science can still work in that industry as well. You know, computer science also, you can work in AI. AI is extremely fascinating in a super growing field. Machine learning. There's so many things you can do with a computer science degree. So absolutely great degree. You know, I still think this is number 1. I think it's going to be a long time before it actually gets dethroned. Once again, this is just my opinion though, right? All of these degrees can have successful careers, and pick whatever degree, you know, you like the best that will make your future the best. You know, do your own research. You know, this is just my research. This is just my opinion, right? My opinion holds no more weight than yours. Of course, I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of research in what these majors pay, how easy it is to get a job, how big is the job field, right? Is it saturated? Like, I've done a lot of research, but at the end of the day, this is still my opinion, and you guys need to decide what's best for you. But number one for me is computer science. I think it's a fantastic degree. I have a computer science degree myself. Maybe I am slightly biased, but if you actually go out there and Google what's the best major, this is usually number one, number two, somewhere along those lines. But anyways, guys, this video has gone on long enough, and it is very late at night. I decided to do a spur of the moment recording, extremely late here. It is like 2 in the morning. But anyways, I was glad I got another video out for you guys, because my WGU videos are dwindling down before I decide to take this channel in another avenue, which will probably be, like I said, tech stuff, like tech tutorials and things like that. But all the WGU people watching, I highly appreciate you, and I hope I have helped you in some way, or at least entertained you. But anyways, guys, I wish you the best of luck in your WGU schooling, or if you're from some other school, I wish you the best of luck in whatever degree you're doing or whatever job you're searching for. I hope you have a great night, guys.